living your dream.
Hi everyone, I'm Tonoa Bond, and I'm known as the Audacity Expert, and I'm here as your Audacity Coach. And I have a tool for you today. I want to impart a tool into your life for you so that you can always remember that your dream, your purpose, your intention is bigger than the moment. And a lot of times what ends up happening is we look at our lives and we look at these things that we want, but it's a fear of the unknown that stops us from moving in the direction of having everything that it is we say we're supposed to have. So we stay in that comfort zone area, right? We stay in those areas that just feel good. Not the areas that stretch us and make us grow, but the areas that just feel good. We know what's going to happen, we know how it's going to happen, and we've accepted it, so let's just move on and take it for everything that it's worth. When really we're supposed to have these bigger experiences in this bigger life, because that's what we were born for, that's what we were destined for. And usually what stops us again is fear. Now, to drop an educational nugget, because you know I can't help myself, we were only born with two fears: the fear of loud noises and the fear of falling. Everything else was learned or conditioned. So what we then have to do is to recondition ourselves to believe that we can have whatever it is we envision. We just have to do the work to make it so. And one way to do this is to help us to realize that our futures really aren't that unknown. And that is to create the future in our present. And when you create the future in your present, you become at one with it. You know it. It becomes your best friend. You know, it's that part of you that even though it doesn't exist, it's not in the now, you know, you can have it and you can be the person that you were destined to be or the person that you want to be because you're creating it now, which means if you have a blueprint for something, if you create this blueprint, then you know if you follow the blueprint, then you're going to have that which you set out to have or that which you're creating. So this exercise today is going to help you to create a blueprint, and it's going to introduce you to your future self. And all that means is you can have this introduction every single day. You can introduce yourself to you today. You can introduce yourself to your future you tomorrow. It doesn't matter how often you do it, as long as you're now removing the barriers to the future. You're comfortable with the future, and it'll push you past that angst or that fear so that you can have whatever it is you want to have. So what I want you to do is, I want you to find some time, and it doesn't have to be in a dark room. You don't have to have candles and music and have all of this ambiance, which most of us convince ourselves that we have to have, so we never do anything, right? You can do it exactly where you're sitting today. And all I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes and dream. I want you to close your eyes and have mental pictures or imagine or visualize. Many of us have a connotation to some of those words, meaning we gravitate to one word and not the other. We might know what visualizing means, we might not know what imagining means, but whatever that mental picture is for you, I want you to create a dream on the inside of you. And I want you to take a moment to ask yourself, what is it that I want? And when you tell yourself what you want, I want you to then picture it in your mind. And I want you to have this movie playing inside of your mind as if you were a big-time director yourself, right? You're directing the movie of your life, because you are. It's your life, and it is the movie of your life. And I want you to direct it. And I want you to ask yourself, okay, when this happens, not if, never say if. When this happens, what do I want to be there? Who do I want to be there? What is it going to look like? And as you're asking yourself these questions, you'll start dreaming that they're happening. And don't stop the dream with those questions of, well, is this possible, and can I do this? No, we don't want to do that right now. Everything is possible when you're dreaming. Everything. There's nothing off limits when you're dreaming. So dream big, shoot for the stars, and figure it out as you're going along. You know, have that dream of who's there with you. What do you smell? Are you cooking? Are you at a restaurant? Will there be food? Are people outside with kites? Are there kids around you playing? If it's that you want to get your PhD and finish your master's program so you can finally be done, that's my dream, so that you can move on to your PhD, then what does that moment feel like when you get the PhD, when you're walking across that stage, when they're handing you it, the degree, you know, when you're outside getting congratulated by the people around you, when you have the job now that you want to have because you have the PhD? What does that all feel like? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? You know, when you go to a movie, if there's one thing missing, if you go to a movie and you see their lips moving but there is no sound, then you're upset, right? And you're asking for a refund. Or if you go to a movie and there's no emotion there and they're just acting out like wooden creatures and they're just saying the words and no one is putting anything into it, you don't get anything from that, right? No. So make this the movie of your life. Put everything into it and allow yourself that ability to create. And as you're doing that, I want you to pay attention to yourself in that part of your dream. How are you acting? Who are you around? You know, are you extremely happy? And what are you doing with that happiness? What are you doing while you're there? Embody all of it. And then bring it back to the present. Bring all those feelings back to the present. Create it as if it's happening right now. And then bring it back to the present so that you have something to hold on to. So that you have that blueprint. So that you know what to do to create your future and you can move forward. Because if you do that, then you will be unstoppable. Because remember, there's nothing holding you back from your dreams but you. When we were younger, we played with Barbie dolls, we played with Ken, we played with trucks, and we made those scenes do whatever we wanted them to do. But as adults, we don't do that as much anymore. So do that today. Become acquainted with your future self, with your future dream, so that it's no longer an unknown, so that you can recondition the belief behind that fear, and you can move forward and have whatever it is you're destined to have, because you truly are unstoppable. And, as I always say, and it's absolutely true, your dreams are waiting for you. All you need is the audacity to believe it. And as long as you have the audacity, you are unstoppable. So go create your future, bring it back to the present, become one with your dream, and have your dream. And until next time, you guys, again, remember, your dreams are waiting for you. They're screaming for you. They're waiting. They're so excited about the future. And they just want you to step into the audacity so that you can always remember and believe it. Have a good day.
Living your dream.